You think about it, the black-white test score difference in this country is about 30 percentile points. And that says that we could close that gap with 3 years of good teachers for black kids. Right? We're talking about huge differences here. Okay, so now that we've all been convinced that it's all about quality of teachers, what's the best way to ensure that teachers are of top quality? Well, we think we know the answer to that, right? You want to ensure that teachers are of top quality. You want to get the best educated, smartest, most experienced people possible into the classroom, right? Who's going to argue with that? When we passed the No Child Left Behind law a couple of years ago, that codification of all that was commonsensical about education, I'm joking, of course, when I say that, but what did that law state about teacher quality? It said that if you're going to teach in a core subject, you know, one of the things that we really care about, you've got to have a BA, you've got to be certified, you have to have some additional teacher training on top of that. You must be licensed by the state, and you must have done specific academic work specific to your specialty over and above the requirements of standard teacher training. We raised the bar really dramatically on a number of academic levels because we felt that was the surest way to ensure that we had better quality teachers in the classroom. Okay, so to the critical question, what is the relationship between those kinds of credentials that I've been talking about and teacher quality? There isn't any. None. Zero. Goose egg. It doesn't exist, right? I can take the most credentialed teachers in the world and a random sample of people in this room, and after 2 years in the classroom, there would be no difference between the performance of those two groups when it comes to actually increasing student performance, right? Whether you have a master's degree or not, whether you scored 1,400 in your SAT or 1,200 in your SAT makes absolutely no difference in how you perform at the task of relating to and teaching kids. It's the scouting combine all over again. In the name of trying to make a better decision, we're spending all this money and spending all this time, and none of it is having any effect. In fact, we are doing the very thing that actually defeats the cause of finding better teachers. We're narrowing. What we should be doing is broadening the pool to as much as possible, right? To find as many of these people with this ineffable, elusive gift called being a good teacher. But instead what we do is we narrow the pool. We say to most people out there who could be teachers, no, you can't be teachers. You have to meet this very, very narrow set of requirements in order to become one.